Austin American Technology is pleased to introduce its how-to guide on the importance of knowing your cleaning score. Poor cleaning can affect your company in various ways: higher assembly costs, lower production reliability, and the negative effect on company's reputation, especially on field failures, and also reduces your growth and profits. Until now, your cleaning score was very difficult to measure. There's AOI, however, it does not detect most of the residues that you would want removed in a cleaning process. There's visual inspection, however, that's not going to allow you to see underneath components, underneath QFNs, caps, resistors, and so forth. There's ion chromatography, however, it's a fairly expensive test. There's also surface installation resistance, which is a time-consuming test and is expensive as well, and really not conducive to a production environment. Electromigration is also a test that takes some time. And then there's the Rose test, which actually is fast and can be used in a production environment. The Rose test was developed about 50 years ago for military electronics. MIL P28809 was developed in the 70s, and then it was MIL Standard 2000 from about 1980 to 2000 to the current IPC-J Standard 001 developed in 2000 and is currently being used today. It is a single board test and is designed for running one assembly at a time. Okay, now we're going to cover how the actual Rose test works. So we have a storage tank full of our IPA or IPA water combination or another solvent, and we're going to fill to a pre-programmed level. Basically want to cover the board, so depending on the size, the programmable fill level would vary depending on the size of the boards. Now there's going to be ionic and organic residues will start to dissolve. And you'll see our example here of some sodium chlorides, bromides, and they'll start dissolving. Once the jacuzzi bath starts, those will be washing off the boards. Now once the jacuzzi has stopped, we're actually going to take a reading from before and after the actual test, and those ions will actually be absorbed in the ion absorption chamber. As you'll see, they then get returned to the solvent storage and ready for reuse for the next time. Now there are some current limitations of the Rose test. It was designed to test one board at a time, so it's not conducive to running in a production environment. It's also only limited to IPA and IPA water mixtures, and it is very difficult to detect no clean fluxes. Now in the Mega Ion, it is designed for production. It is also designed to work with multiple organic solvents or water, and therefore can actually clean and test no clean fluxes. So we're very excited to introduce the newly updated Mega Ion Rose Tester and Cleaner. We have a new improved user interface. It's dramatically improved the accuracy of the Rose test results. It's much easier to calibrate. There's a new lookup table feature, and it still has the large basket as standard, and there's larger baskets and optional customized baskets. We still test and report to a sodium chloride equivalent in centimeters squared. We'll still give you a pass or fail depending on your setting. There's an automatic density check, and the closed loop solvent regeneration system will actually clean up your solvent purer than when you actually receive it. And there's low solvent consumption because we're using the solvent over and over again. There's a sealed and automatic process for both the storage tank as well as the process chamber, and the system is very easy to load and unload. As I mentioned, the Mega Ion is very easy to load. There are two locking latches for the process lid on the left and the right hand side. Simply release them, open the lid, insert your basket of parts, close the lid, relock the latches, and you're ready to start your process. Cleaning in the Mega IONT, there are 3 process settings. There's clean only, clean and test only. Once you've select your program that you want to run, one of those 3 programs, programming is very easy. All you have to do is, if you select clean and test, enter your board data, go to your lookup table if you choose to look it up, or just enter, as you can see here, and you're done. So once your test is done, you'll get a pass or a fail. You simply select that to view your results, and it'll be in sodium equivalent per centimeter squared. So one of the important factors of the Mega IONT cleaner is your ability to actually record and report the actual cleanliness value of each batch. As you can see here in the sample report, you've got your time, date, whether you've passed or failed, and the exact cleanliness value. Now if you're using the IPC limit of 1.6 micrograms of sodium chloride equivalent per centimeter squared, if you're below that number, you know you've passed. If you're above that number, you know that you failed, so that you can actually use that as your go or no-go criteria on that batch of boards. The other valuable insight that you'll get from actually charting and plotting your data is that you can see a trend. For example, that we have here is that we were in the good zone, and we started off with a very low value, which is lower is cleaner, and then it kind of crept up, and all of a sudden it went to a failure point, which then would allow you to see, oh, we have an issue when we hit the alarm stage, or could trigger something coming up, and then we hit the fail. We then determined what the failure was and then corrected it, and then we got back down into the good zone. So you can actually track your cleanliness in real time as the boards are being processed and cleaned. Additional advantages of the Mega IONT are what we call the world's best pre-conformal coat cleaner, is that it does significantly improve the conformal coating yields by lowering the surface energy, which aids with the coating adhesion as it promotes wetting. It also provides a waterless process for water-sensitive components, helps to reduce moisture in the assembly. So if boards have been sitting around in the factory for some time, there could be, dust, debris, moisture that's been attracted before you actually want to go to coating. It's a really good idea to do a pre-cleaning prior to coating. Allows you to know and improve your cleaning score, so every batch, every day, every board is cleaned, and allows you to track trends as well, and allows you to protect your company's reputation and jobs. And in conclusion, for more information about the exciting new Mega IONT Cleaner Tester, please contact Austin American Technology at the number or at the email below. And thanks for watching.